Alright, what's up everybody? This is Teah here, and this is another development vlog or whatever. And this time I'm gonna be looking at the overall redesign of my software. So what I've been working on was it's always good to test your content. So I decided to test my server this week and basically try to set it up in a way that I can actually start making content for the page, for the main page. And what I wanted to test was the login system. I just wanted a simple login system so that I can start working on my main page and setting up tutorials and stuff. And I went in and I created a droplet on a digital ocean after using AWS. Um, I compared the two configuration and I figured out that DigitalOcean was just a lot cleaner. Um, doesn't mean that AWS the VPC doesn't work and stuff. It works and it's there, but I just prefer DigitalOcean. Anyways, this is what I ended up making after testing the Google off. I tested it locally and then I went into the VPC and I created an SSL. Basically, what SSL is basically a protection. Your SSH, your HTTPS prefix or whatever. If you want to add that to your domain, you need an SSL certificate or whatever. And that's what I was working on. And I set it up with Nginx. Um, and then I mistakenly terminated my droplet, and I'm actually lucky that I did that because I learned a lesson. Well, I was reminded basically about the problem with SSL, and like it isn't a problem. It's just it's not easy working with SSL certificates. First off, you have to buy them in some cases, but if you set them up yourself, they are kind of attached. Actually, they are default. They are attached to the IP of your virtual private cloud or whatever, your VPC, your instance, and your Linux instance. So if you decide to terminate your Linux instance, it is pretty much impossible to to rebound your SSL, and I was reminded about that, and it was really painful because I had it going, I had it set up and everything, and I actually had to buy a new domain, and so I bought this new domain at ET Waves, the online, because it wasn't like something that people would be visiting. It was something that was going to be working in the background with my service worker. Um, so I bought that domain. Um, Before doing that, actually, I did a lot of stuff. I tried to run the application with serverless on Netlify, and I try to run it with serverless Lambda, and those did not work. Uh, in a sense that I wasn't pleased with like security. I looked stuff up on Lambda, and I was told that it isn't a safe bet. So I just didn't go with that. And then so after I set up the VPC and I set up the SSH and stuff, I have service worker running here. And as you guys can see, we actually have PWA in the thingy here. And the PWA isn't completely set up, but it is actually being recognized, and that's good. I'm still working on a manifest. I have to make icons and stuff, but we still have our same 100 rating on the SEO, and best practices is 92 for some reason. Anyways, it's probably because of my PWA that I just set up. And this year is performance. I don't really want to worry about performance because I know my app is fast, and I set up my own lazy loading um, because I'm gonna to develop an engine inside of my application and stuff, and it's a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie. But in order for me to set up a true DAO, a true crypto system, uh, secure system, um, I have to slowly but surely work on this. And at some point, like after I'm done with like the basic stuff, like after I've done with logging and uh, just setting up like basic intro stuff. Out of this UI, obviously they will. I don't know if they'll get a. I think they will get updated, like to look a little more, look a bit different from what they are right now. But that's not my goal right now. My goal right now is to just have a viable product, like something that you can actually test out. And right now, the layout right now is already in there, and I have the overall like design architecture going. I have like the pages, and I'm just trying to insert those pages and just have those objects, and then I can update them later on. So there are multiple steps, pretty much. That's what I'm saying. And I'm gonna close this. And so I ran our so the SSL stuff. I think I just got distracted. All right, so SSL HTTP and yeah. All right, so HTTP and also OAuth. So I need it HTTPS to run my OAuth system, right? So what that means is that what that means and why I'm not actually using Google OAuth anymore is because I want to test my application, the backend, but I don't want to have to wait for like maybe 3 years or 4 months, 3 months or whatever for my SSL to expire on its own in order for me to rebound it. Rebound my domain to another instance because when you bind your SSL um, to when you like create your SSL, your certificate for your domain, it kind of copies the IP of the VPC, which means that you cannot rebound it. I already explained this. So I don't want to have to go through that for like ever, pretty much. So I'm actually gonna have to remove Google off, and in doing so, I also remove the GitHub stuff under because I don't even want to go through with the same thing all over again. So the another reason is that in order to test the OAuth system, you need HTTPS, obviously, because it is a secure way to send data across from one endpoint to another. Um, Without HTTPS, which is the extra security layer, um, what hackers will be able to do is that they will be able to like track the messages that are going between clients and server, between the client and the server, and they'll be able to like manipulate the data to extract whatever they want. Pretty much, they can add their own payload to the data and send it. They can edit the payload itself and send it and stuff, and I won't be able to tell. Um, anyways, yeah. So I say I won't be able to tell, but there is a way to be able to like tell if a data been edited. But that would be like extra work. Honestly, I just want a proving system that works, and even if I do that, like it won't be professional. It won't be nice actually to have that additional risks um, on people data. So I then rush into another problem. As you guys can see here, I show you guys the PWA identification within Lighthouse. This is actually something I had to like hack into my own into the overall system of my build and actually patch it myself because I tried importing JSON loader and I had a bunch of issues with Webpack saying that Material UI wasn't the Material UI modules weren't being they weren't being resolved, and that's the problem I had. So after doing this for like 2 3 times and trying to configure my Webpack my own way and stuff, I just decided uh, not to continue struggling with it, and I just decided to patch it up myself. And as you can see here, it's working, but it's actually saying like right, it's giving problem like these. This here is not really anything to worry about. I know you guys saw this and you were like, dang, there's a problem with your application, dude. Um, this here I know why it is here, and this isn't anything to be worried about because it's just me like brute forcing the system for it to actually work. And there's like no other way. I have to do this in order for it to work. So it is complaining, but it's the overall application is working, right? And I don't like seeing reds like these. I don't like seeing errors like you guys could have seen my application earlier. Like I like seeing zero errors and uh, like even when I'm in Unity and I'm programming my game application, I like seeing like the minimum uh, requirement for like GPU processing power and all of that stuff. I like managing everything, right? I like macro macro managing everything. So yeah, I don't like seeing this. Believe me, uh, it hurts my eyes. Anyways, it has to be there though because without it, I don't think this overall stuff that I'm working on will actually work. So that's something I hope Webpack, the developers, the team can actually resolve as soon as possible. Anyways, that's my manifest and stuff, and it's work in progress. And you can, you know, do stuff like this. You can, I'm still working on the responsiveness of the website. It's not my goal right now. I'm not gonna lie. So you come here, you log in, and they will give you like a brief overview of like terms of service and stuff like that. And then they give you a little bit of a tutorial or whatever. And then you can move on to the actual main page. And then you can start browsing and stuff. So what I'm trying to do is I'm gonna build a Stack Overflow clone in a sense, and it's a lot of stuff. I don't want to talk about them because it's like I'm not anywhere yet, right? So I don't want to be talking about these unless I'm in a position where I can actually start showing them to you guys. So yeah, I went through the manifest system stuff here, doing some research and stuff. And then after I had the error with the Material UI, I tried installing it and seeing if that was gonna solve it, but it didn't do it. So I'm just gonna remove those. And I was in Webpack earlier, and that's that. And then I started testing my application deployment security 3 out of 3, and I still have to do some work on this. Uh, yeah, so this is the name ET Waves. My initial, followed by Webpack 3. I mean, no Webpack, Web3 Augmented Reality, Virtual Reality experience. Uh, I'm focusing on the gamification of everything, pretty much. And then we have our services. That's what the S stands for. And here is what's going on. So there are a lot of stuff going on in the background, guys. Like, I don't know. It's I'm gonna get to a point where I can actually start making fun videos. But this is what I'm doing in the background. I'm basically having a full system with release, development, and production. So how this works is when I make a right now I'm in my development interface, and when I create an application, when I create a change or an update, I release it to production, and because it's myself, I automatically accept the request, the pull request or whatever, and then I send that to the master branch, and then the master branch is automatically deployed by Netlify. And through this process, you will see Netlify trying to interfere and trying to update itself as you run through these. So you have to be patient, otherwise you're gonna corrupt your file. And I know this because I went through this myself. So yeah. Um, what else? So there is some crypto stuff, the Bitcoin. All right, so here's my quick input on the cryptocurrency. Uh, so Bitcoin is not something that is like Bitcoin is waste of energy, right? Um, I personally do not believe in the cryptocurrency in a sense like cryptocurrency like it's having its own value apart from like the real world currency. I think a cryptocurrency is supposed to be uh, a liquidator or whatever. Like it's supposed to liquefy real currency, in a sense that when you put your real currency into cryptocurrency, the only type of value you will be able to get out of it is digital value, in a sense. Um, in a sense where like in a gaming sense, I'm looking at it from a gaming perspective, where you buy in-game currency and then you use that currency to buy in-game stuff. But you cannot take that in-game currency and bring it back to the real world, right? And that's what people are thinking that they can do with cryptocurrency. And honestly, I don't think cryptocurrency is that type of asset, in a sense, right? It doesn't, I don't think it is supposed to hold that type of value, and I don't even think it holds that type of value. But that's what people are trying to make it, and I don't think it's gonna survive if people try to make it like that, because you will obviously you have to go against real world governments, and you have to go against the entire like the law enforcement system and all of that stuff, and you have to go against business logic, in a sense, and all of that stuff you have to go against it. So it's gonna be an upclimb if people think that they can make cryptocurrency uh, be as viable as real currency. um, so yeah, that's my take on cryptocurrency. I'm not investing in cryptocurrency. I won't really recommend people invest into Bitcoin and Ethereum and stuff. What I'm trying to work on right now is it's a business, a real business, a tangible business, where I provide a service, and then my clients provide me financial benefits, pretty much, right? I provide a service, and then I get paid for the service, in a sense. Um, and then with that resource, right, with that platform, I'm gonna design a system, an overall environment where people are free to make content, in a sense that you can make your content, you can have your ownership of that content, and you can actually redistribute that content within the environment. Okay. It's gonna have value within the ecosystem that I'm designing, and that means that you can make portion of your money back if you invest into a specific service. You can make portion of your money back, and I'm trying to make that overall ecosystem as dynamic and as broad as possible, right? So it won't just be about gaming content. It's gonna be about business, and it's gonna be more. It's gonna be about pretty much everything possible, right? That I can design into the system. So that's what I'm trying to work on, and yeah. So I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but I in my head it sounds like an amazing thing, and it sounds like it's gonna work. So that's what I'm working on, and I hope it works because I'm betting my everything on it pretty much. So guys, if you like what you heard or what you've heard, and if you are into digital content and cryptocurrency and tech stuff, I don't know. You can go ahead and follow me on LinkedIn, and also you can subscribe to me on YouTube and stuff. And that's all I gotta say. Thank you. Bye bye. And I'll see you guys next time.